Hello and welcome back to Heavy Rain. In the last episode, Madison continued her investigation by tying up the club owner Paco and pressing him for information. Norman also visited Paco, but by then he was already dead and Norman had to fight off the killer instead of questioning Paco. Ethan and Madison came closer to each other than they had ever been before and then had a fight because Ethan didn't know Madison was a journalist, and to be honest, neither did we. Back as the private eye then. 11:43, it's 4.488 inches now. Someone's almost dead.
Lauren?
I'm sorry, Scott.
You should have listened to me, Mr. Shelby. I told you to drop the investigation.
Your son is a serial killer. How many people does he have to kill before you turn him in?
Gordy has his faults, but he's still my son. You have no children, Mr. Shelby. You can't possibly understand. You leave me no choice. Your investigation is over. For good.
Dun, dun, dun. Because we are in a car that is underwater.
Lauren! Shit!
We need to get the frick out of here.
Lauren! Lauren, wake up!
We need to get our hands free. I'm free. Come on. What's that gonna do? Nothing. Use that to cut the rope. What?
Oh, God damn it.
Just like that. Yes. Perfect. And now we need to free Lauren. Why are we breaking her window? We haven't even freed her hands yet. That was stupid. What? What? No! What? No! What are you doing? What the fuck? What?
Bastard. Kill you.
What? We were gonna save Lauren. She wasn't dead. Okay. Oh, yeah. We pretty much gone insane. I mean, for a private eye to do this. We're going to jail or killing ourselves when this is over. He's not here, is he?
Stay back! Don't come
Oh,
near
he
me,
is.
or I'll shoot!
Fucking asshole.
Please, don't hurt. Oh!
Bastard! Lauren is dead! You fucking killed her!
Stop! Stop! I beg you!
Your idiot son killed all those kids, didn't he? He's the Origami Killer.
No! No! He's innocent! He's not a killer! Not a killer! Oh! Oh! Oh!
You're a fucking liar. Now tell me the truth.
No! No, please! Don't hurt me!
Last chance.
I don't know! I swear! I don't know anything! Oh! Oh! Stop! Stop! I beg you. I'll tell you. I'll tell you everything.
He's not.
Gordy always wanted his fun, you know. He wanted to be like the Origami Killer. He kidnapped that kid and he held him under the water for a little too long. It was an accident. An unfortunate accident. He just wanted to play. He told me everything. He was crying. He was so sorry for what had happened. Whatever he did, Gordy is my son. No one will miss him.
What?
That boy, Gordy killed. No one will miss him. He was street trash, like so many others. Ugh.
You disgusting pile of shit. And what about John Shepard? Why did you put flowers on his grave?
I own the construction site where he died. I never forgot. I've been putting flowers on his grave for 30 years.
John had a twin brother. What happened to him?
I don't know. He was adopted, I think. His mother should know. Her name is Anne. Anne Shepard.
Can we kill this douche now?
That girl, Lauren, she was just a whore. You'll forget her in no time. Come on, work for me, Shelby. I'll pay you well. You'll be able to have all the girls you want.
Never say her name again. You hear me? Never.
He's picking up a gun.
My heart! My heart! Quickly! I need my pills. In that drawer. There.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. I'm gonna leave.
Fucking bastard. Let him die.
I'm leaving.
Shelby! Come back! I fucking order you! Come back!
Geriatrics ward. 4.998 inches. So we're a little more than 1 inch from having the kid dead.
Only a few hours left before Sean Mars dies. Hello, I'm looking for Anne Shepard's room.
Please sign the visitor's book.
Why is she looking for Anne Shepard? How does she know that name?
Are you a member of the family?
Yeah, you could say that.
Oh, she'll be pleased to have a visitor. No one ever comes to see her. With the Alzheimer's, she has trouble remembering things, but it'll still please her, you know. It's room 19 at the end of the corridor.
Thank you.
Thank you. 19 at the end of the corridor. Do. The end of the corridor. Let's steal some. Oh, okay. Thought we could steal some flowers, but apparently not. Was this 19? Yes, it is.
Hello, Mrs. Shepherd.
Is it time for my pills already?
No, Mrs. Shepherd,
They're never on time with my pills. I don't know what they do here. In the other hospital, they were always on time. But here...
My name is Madison Page. I'm a journalist. I'd like to ask you some questions about your son.
I don't like this hospital. The food isn't very good, you know.
Do you remember John?
My Johnny. He is a good little boy, you know.
John's brother.
You had a son named John, and John had a twin brother.
Do you have my pills? It's time for my pills.
Foster family?
Try to remember, Mrs. Shepherd. John's twin brother was placed with a foster family after the accident. What was the name of the foster family?
I asked them for a television, you know. They said I didn't have enough money. It's a pity. I'm fond of television.
I know what happened at Carnaby Square. Do you remember?
Carnaby Square. I think I used to live there a long time ago. We didn't have much money at the time, you know. We had to make do with very little.
Mrs. Shepherd, your son may be linked to a series of murders. Perhaps you have some information that could help the investigation.
Are you a new nurse? Where are my pills?
Your other son, Mrs. Shepherd, John's twin brother. What was his name?
What other son? I have no other son. I never had any children.
I think your son is in trouble, Mrs. Shepherd. He's done some terrible things. I need to find him. Do you understand?
Terrible things you're telling me. He never came to see me, can you believe it? In 10 years, never. No one forgets their mother, do they?
Okay, was that it?
All right, no point in wasting my time. I won't learn anything more by staying here. This woman might be the Origami Killer's mother. Must be some way to get her to remember.
Okay, there's a photo.
Are these your children, Mrs. Shepherd? John and his brother? Is that them?
They're good little boys. Their father never looked after them. Always drinking. They didn't have an easy life, you know.
Yeah, keep asking questions. Use the photo.
You don't seem to get many flowers, Mrs. Shepherd.
No, but I love them. My son knows that I love flowers. I know he'll bring me some.
All right, no point in wasting my time. I won't learn anything more by staying here.
So previously we could have a look in these, but not anymore.
It'd take days, if not longer, to find the name of the family that adopted her son. Sean Mars would be...
Did you make these origami figures?
My little paper animals. They played with them for hours. I showed my boys how to make them, you know.
Yes, your boys, Mrs. Shepherd. John and... what was your other son's name again?
My other son? I only had one son, my little Johnny.
Gotta be some way. Cracker. Gonna make one, perhaps?
I love origami, but that's not my favorite one.
Which one is your favorite one then? Hummingbird, perhaps?
I love origami, but that's
not
not my favorite one.
Oh. Oh my god. The dog. I think we've seen the dog before. This is gonna be her favorite one. Really?
Oh, you know how to do these little dogs too. My children loved origami. I taught them how to do it. John loved the little dogs. He always wanted to call them Max. Max, Max, Max? All dogs with the same name. I was wasting my time telling him they couldn't all have the same name. But he always wanted his paper dogs Max. It's funny, isn't it?
All right, no point in wasting my time. I won't learn anything more by staying here. Her memory is coming back. Don't stop now. Just remember. All right, no point in wasting my time. I won't learn anything more by staying here.
Can we do another origami? Or was that it? Oh, that was it. Can't sit in this chair, but that's not gonna help us. Could go into the bathroom, perhaps. If there's something in here. I don't think we're gonna learn anything more. No. We'll leave. Unless we can turn on the TV. No. Well, let's leave. The only thing I can think of now is if we can steal those flowers and bring them back to her. That might help. Can we do that? We can. Nice. At least one.
Does Mrs. Shepherd ever talk about her past?
It's not all very clear to her now. Sometimes she'll remember the oddest things, though. I suppose if she sees something that reminds her of her past.
Does she get many visitors?
She's been
No.
here for 10 years and
I
you're the
already
first.
know that.
Did she ever mention her sons?
Sons? Well, she often mentions John. I think he drowned.
Yes.
Does she ever talk about her other son?
I didn't know she had another one. I've never heard her mention it.
It's
Sometimes, if you show her things, it seems to trigger a memory from her past. You might get it to remember.
Thanks for the advice.
yeah, but we've already gone through everything, and I really thought that the picture would have triggered most memories, because both of the sons were in. Oh, Jesus Christ! Let me walk.
What a lovely orchid. My sons loved orchids. We used to grow them in the back. When John died, I laid orchids on his grave. I cried when they told me. I'd already lost one of my children, and now they were taking away another one, you understand.
The foster family, Mrs. Shepherd. What was the name of the foster family that adopted John's brother?
They were really very nice people. I met them, you know. In the beginning, I used to go and see my little boy. And then I got sick and I couldn't go any longer. Perhaps he thought I'd forgotten him. He must have thought I didn't love him anymore.
His name, Mrs. Shepherd. What was his name?
But I loved him. If you only knew how much I missed him.
Please, Anne. His name. What was his name?
Come closer.
Okay, what did she say? Last letters 961 something something. Okay, so we're here. Jesus Christ, we're walking slow. Walk faster, man. Whoa.
The last trial. The last question. Are you prepared to give your life to save your sons? There is a deadly poison in this vial. It will kill you in exactly 60 minutes. If you drink it, you will get the last letters of the address. You will have enough time to save your son and say goodbye to him, but then you will die. You can drink the vial or decide to leave. The choice is yours.
Let's drink it. Now, give me the letters.
The last letters have been sent to your phone.
Will this even help us? Are you kidding me? That didn't help us at all.
I did what I had to, Sean. Your dad's coming to save you.
How can you say that? We have no clue where he is.
I'm nowhere and I'm out of time. Damn fucking shitty letters from this fucking address. Come on! There's gotta be a way to do this.
Yes, what do we have? What? I didn't hear anything. Were we supposed to hear something?
Several different addresses fit these letters. God, they're scattered all over the city. I don't have time to check them all.
So, Theodore Roosevelt Lane, Theodore Roosevelt Park, or Theodore Roosevelt Road.
I may only have time for one address. If Sean's not there, I'm done.
Yep.
It's a crapshoot.
I don't know. I have no clue.
A restaurant. Goddamn restaurant! I got the wrong address! I screwed up everything! Christ! I'm so sorry, Sean! Sorry.
Okay. Does that mean we failed the game?
We've only got a few more hours left to save Sean Mars. There has to be a goddamn clue somewhere. It's probably staring me in the face. This kid's gonna die, and I'm going around in circles!
All packed up and ready to go?
What are you talking about?
The investigation's over. We know who did it. We no longer need your services anymore, Norman. So you can ride your files all the way back to Washington. I'd be lying if I said I was gonna miss you.
The investigation isn't over. You have absolutely nothing on Mars.
Mars is guilty. Case closed. Anyway, it's no concern of yours now. You're off the case. So pack up and fuck off.
Blake, you are an unbalanced, psychopathic asshole.
I'll take that as a compliment. Honestly, I don't give a shit what you think. I found the Origami Killer. Everyone's happy. End of story.
Yeah, but you didn't.
Have a nice trip back, Norman.
Got the wrong guy. Well, you haven't actually caught him yet, right? Just identified him. Okay, that's a huge hit.
The killer's name is here. Somewhere in this data. I just have to find it. Find it before it's too late.
Okay, so let's go through the evidence.
You should be careful not to overindulge in you-know-what. It can be dangerous. Very dangerous. It'll end up killing you if you're not careful. That would be most unfortunate, sir.
Okay, let's... No! Oh, crap, why did I do that? Let's, have a look at the clues. Do we have something new? We have the tire tracks.
Ari was in record mode when I was fighting with the killer. Perhaps there's something on it.
Yeah, maybe. Let's have a look at that. No, that didn't give us anything.
The sword was already in Paco's office. It's got nothing to do with the killer.
No. Nothing there to see. Is it just the sword we can actually... There's a jump there. But yeah, that doesn't give us anything. Or we could... Well, the geo-analysis... Oh. Didn't even give us the location of the office where it happened. Okay. So we have the origami figure, but that won't give us anything. Haven't we analyzed this already? Give us the shop up there. Flower. Tire tracks, but that won't give us anything. Yeah. This flower we've already analyzed. Pop up everywhere. That doesn't help us at all. So, with the files. Do we have any files? So, what's his motives of Randy? Will it tell us anything?
The killer is white, age between 30 and 45. He is intelligent, calm, and determined. An organized type. He has a car. He's probably employed, but his work allows him free time.
No data for geoanalysis.
There's always a railroad line adjacent to where the bodies are found. And all the victims disappeared in the fall.
That's new info. Doesn't help us. Yeah, I give up. I can't figure it out.
I can't go on. I can't go on.
So we failed with 2 of the characters we can play. It's only the private eye left.
Hang on, John. I'll get help. Just hang on. Go on, hurry. I think the water's rising. I'm hurrying. I'll be right back.
That's not the correct way. Can't get out there. Oh yeah, no. This is where we live. How can we live here? It's basically inside the build area. The work sites.
Dad, it's John. He fell into a pipe. He's
Get out of
drowning.
here, you little pest. Leave me
You got to
alone.
come, Dad. Come on, John's gonna die. John's gonna
Well,
die.
that'll be one less greedy mouth to feed, won't it? Go away.
Please, Dad, I'm begging you. John's gonna die. John's gonna
What
die,
did I
Dad.
tell ya? Scrap!
Please, Dad. You've got to save John. I tried, John. I really tried. But he wouldn't come. Please don't die, John. Please.
You can hold him up over the surface and scream for help.
Don't forget about this guy.
Okay. Either we solve it with this guy or the new kid actually dies. And Ethan dies. He might die anyway. Alan Windsor. Is he remembering something now? Nope. Why are we destroying evidence? Because we're just remembering where we got them, these different things. How did we get that? Is the detective the killer? Couldn't have been. Really? What? Is this the brother? But if it was and he's the killer, then why would he investigate murders? Yeah, just walk straight in. What? What? Sorry, but what button is that?
I lost your touch, girl. Origami Killer's apartment. There must be something that'll tell me where Sean Mars is.
Okay. Jesus. That didn't help.
I'll go through it room by room, but there's bound to be some kind of clue.
Inhaler. Bottle of whiskey.
Gotta be fast. He could come back anytime.
You're walking the wrong way. Oh my god.
That's where the smell of burning comes from. Evidence going up in smoke.
Yep. Can't do anything about that. Gun? Yeah, pick it up. No? Okay. What
He
else?
used to be a cop. Probably knew exactly how an investigation would be carried out.
Okay, so don't open it then.
A cop's uniform. Always trust a cop. That's why children went with him. He was dressed as a cop.
What's this? Whoa. So there's a whole hidden room back here.
Shit, it needs a password.
Oh, hang on. You back?
So you found my little secret?
It's over, Scott. All those children killed just to find a father capable of saving his son?
Shut up! You don't understand.
There's one child left. There might still be time to save him. Let him go. Do what your father couldn't do.
Get in there.
Okay. Can you please give me a freaking camera angle I can work with? Thank you. We in his bathroom now. Go out the window. That should be possible. Oh, okay. Whole place is on fire. Yeah. Crap. Fail that. We're just gonna stand here or what? Oh my god, this sucks. That's exactly what I'm doing. What? Why did that fail? That's what I was doing. Okay, so we die. Yep, she died. Can't really say this is going so well. We don't actually have a hope at all. Everyone that could have solved this is either dead or failed. Are we gonna see the kid actually die now? Because that's where he is, I'd say.
The Origami Killer has taken a 9th victim. The body
kid
of
died.
Sean Mars was discovered this morning on wasteland north of the city. The officer in charge of the investigation, Captain Leighton Perry, has resigned this morning. Police are still at a loss as to the identity of the so-called Origami Killer, who currently remains at large.
So, epilogue time. Because I really hope the game doesn't continue from here. Like Ethan is gonna try and track down the private eye and kill him. Or something like that. I really hope that doesn't happen. Hasn't it gone more than 1 hour since we took the poison? We have an option to kill Ethan now. I think we're gonna do it. Yeah, we didn't even get the option, just did it.
Journalist
Madison
Madison
Page.
Page was laid to rest in Charity Cross Cemetery today. Her heroic death while investigating the disappearance of Sean Mars has made a lasting impression on the whole country. Colleagues from the press are united in paying tribute to this courageous journalist who sacrificed her life in the search for truth. I'm Brittany Sanders for ICN.
Okay, Brittany, it's a wrap.
Great. Let's get out of here. All this hokey clapcaps made me hungry.
What are you gonna do now? I don't know. Resign? Try to forget? I don't know.
Overdose?
Is Tripto part of your plan to forget? It's the most effective way I found. Except it's not a solution. For the moment, I'm not looking for solutions. I just want to forget. I'm afraid things may have affected you more than you think. Why do you say that? I'm okay. I'm getting through this. Let's just take it easy. See what happens when it's all over.
He's talking to himself.
It may never be over, Norman.
So he has overdosed now then. Yeah, we're probably gonna see him die right now. Yeah. Okay, so everyone except for the Origami Killer has died. Is he gonna stop raining now or something? And endgame. Finally.